stampers, to start off with, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. My green today is coming from the Tidings All Around stamp set. We're using the Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Okay, I'm going to stamp my green using Old Olive Classic ink. And next I'm using my stitch shaped framelits, and we're going to die cut that out using my oval circle shape. So let's die cut that out and then we'll be back. So this is what it looks like now that's been cut out. So I have a piece here of the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. Now the best thing about this is it's got a pattern on one side and it's got a glittery foil on the other side. We're going to use this side today, and I also have with me my Old Olive Stamper Blends. We're going to do a bit of colouring in. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to colour some of these elements on my pattern paper, but I want to colour it around my image. So I'm going to use my image, my greeting, as a guide. Okay, and one thing about when designing your projects is you don't usually want to have your greeting right smack in the middle. Okay, you kind of want to have it up in the top third or the bottom third. That's what's more pleasing to the eye. So we're going to probably stick it about here, and so I'm going to grab or select some of these elements or picked images around my greeting, and I'm going to colour them in. Now I'm going to use the bullet end of my pen. I'm going to use my dark Old Olive for my hollies, and I'm going to use the light image for my leaves. Okay, and I'm going to leave the berries blank. So I'm going to speed up the video as I do this, and you can see how it's done, but I'm doing no shading whatsoever. It's just purely colour it in. So this is what my pattern paper looks like now that I have coloured in a select few of those leaves. So let's move on. So I have a piece of vellum here. Now this piece measures 1 1/4 inches, and I've just done the whole length, but I want this to go along the diagonally across the edge here, and then have my greeting sitting on top like so. So I'm going to stick this down in the middle just using some liquid adhesive. We can use snail, whatever works for you. And I've deliberately left it overlapping so I can simply just trim off the ends. So you can either use your paper trimmer, or you can just get a pair of scissors like what I'm doing and trim those as close to the edge as possible. So next I have some of this string here. I think it's hemp twine or something, braided linen trim. Okay, so I'm just going to cut about 3 of these at the length of my card width. I'm going to put down some adhesive on here, or tear tape, whatever's going to work for you. Okay, and I'm just going to basically stick these down in a bit of a crisscross section. Just want to add a bit of interest behind my greeting. Because then my greeting will stick on top like this, and I can trim those down. So I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my greeting. Actually, I might just put it on my vellum here. That way I'm not going to get dimensionals stuck on top of the ribbon, and it's not going to then, you know, not stick down. Make sure to center that greeting. Okay, now I can trim off my little ends because I don't want them that long. So I'm just going to trim them. And I can stick this now to my card base, which is a thick piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm just going to stick this down normally. To finish it off, I've got my snowflake sequence here. I'm just going to add some of those to my card front here. I'm just going to put some liquid glue down. Now you can either use liquid glue or you can use this fine tip glue pen, which is what I'm using. Put a couple little dots, and then I'm going to use my quick pick tool, or my picker tool, and stick those down. And there we go. There's our card all finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in our next video.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open